Disclaimer: I'm AlpraKing, former Darknet Xanax Kingpin and responsible for the Xanax epidemic in America. I'm AlpraKing. I'm a Canadian. Between June 2014 and May 2016, using several different aliases, I sold a total of over 15 million Xanax bars, mainly exported to the USA, racking in over 7 meters Canadian dollars in personal profits. I have stopped selling in May 2016, almost a year ago, after receiving privileged intel that the Canadian law was working with the D on stopping the plague my Xanax was causing to the USA. I have passed the torch to others, trained many apprentices who have filled my seat, and am now retired. In my retirement, I operate my own subreddit /r/tech Xanax Cartel, designed to help the Xanax reselling community review vendors and discuss the game, in order to maximize information sharing and minimize scamming attempts. I was never caught. Close bracket. Proof. Link. Enough raw alprazolam to make millions of pills link. Drug lab, stash, money link. That's me. How you doing link. More money and my signature and a joined link. A customer bust in the USA. Link Annex sees drug raid /79,005,434/ My China plugs alprazolam lab. Link am lab / video of my rotary press pumping out these dollars. Link dark web / ask me almost anything. Deleted. I don't. I have a small core network of people who have a lot of human resources at their disposal. I trust their judgment on who to hire. I do not ever meet them. Removed. How did you start? I pressed steroids and sold them locally, but I soon realized Xanax was much easier to manufacture, appealed to a much broader audience via the Darknet, and was not much worse in terms of risk, being only a Schedule 4 drug in Canada. My business really kicked off with I discovered the Darknet. Hand press, or was it a rotary as well? 1. How was your Opsec in the very beginning? It's a learning process, and you must have made mistakes. 2. If you made mistakes, are you afraid of it coming to light as lab becomes more competent and the technology they use to uncover you becomes better? 3. Where do you tumble your coins? Helix? 4. Have you paid taxes on what you've laundered, or do you keep it hidden away? 1. Bad. Very 2. That's why I'm retired. Too many doubts for the future. 3. Can't answer 4. By definition, if it is laundered, taxes are paid. How long did it take to go from filling caps to getting a press? A few months. An automatic press is like $0 investment. It's fairly easy to get one. As soon as the volume was high enough, I bought a press. Is a TDP5 good enough? How much money have you laundered so far? Can't answer that accurately, unfortunately, but north of 6 figs. Any info or resources on how to launder it safely? Why do you flex so much? Why not? A wise man by the name of Bunby once pondered, if I don't show off my dough, how they gon' know that I have it. One of your favorite memory from the whole adventure? Back in 2014, when we were working a single punch tablet press, I had left my 2 buddies to work on the machine while I was gathering groceries. When I came back home several hours later, they were sleeping on the couch with the machine still pressing pills. Obviously they passed out from the machine's emanations. I was unable to wake one of them to get back to work. It was funny as hell. Removed. Deleted. Police shows, obviously. P. Ever see Border Wars CBI? It's on Netflix. Lots of male coverage. Was there a time you came real close to getting busted, or a time you were saved by a little luck? I don't think I was. Raids always occurred far from me. Deleted. A little bit than half is still in Bitcoin. I expect it to take value over the next years. Are you lying to throw potential poppos off your trail /AlpraKing? Do you feel any responsibility towards the users of your product? Users are going to use regardless. At least with me, they are getting a legit, high quality product. At least your customers were never getting fentanyl. Why do you think you're inclined to lead a criminal life? Do you think you're just a thrill seeker, or was there a series of events leading up to your big show that put your life on that road? Events just lead me on that road. How did you first discover the darknet? I imagine that you were once just a user and had just started vending. Did you ever think that you would become this big? I complained about distribution limitations to a friend and he introduced me to Silk Road back in 2014. All starts with a complaint of supply or demand. What is the exact type of rotary press you used up until 2016? Did you ever change? Those pictures are ZP10 models. It's light and reliable. Acquired through a drop in multiple pieces? Xanax. Low dosage. Low volume of importation. High margins. High popularity. And low risk. Removed. Were you ever tempted to ingest the product you produced? Or are drugs not your thing? I use it to ease sleep sometimes. Have you ever hired a hit? Yes, I have. But the conflict was resolved before the hit was carried out, so I cancelled it. Also reconsidered it on moral grounds. Lost my deposit too. How much? This user has been verified by the moderators of /r/IAMA. Did you have a wonderful time? If I was given the choice, I would probably do it again. It was fun times. Life seems so boring now, even for a multimillionaire. Did you throw parties with cake and pop? What's something you regret? Hiring some people that ended up being way more trouble than contribution to the business. Thanks for replying. Would it be okay if you gave an instance? What makes you think you're above the law? Best term I could think of when it comes to balling out on the internet, as you have. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just curious if you know from a software or hardware perspective that none of this will get you caught, or do you know it will and don't care? None of this can be tracked back to me, and all pills and associated evidence have been long sold. Why do people from Quebec suck at driving? Probably Xanax. Visit the sub a lot. Did you press your own pills? How hard is it to get a pill press up and running? Very easy actually. Many businesses sell them in Canada. They are perfectly legal and unmonitored. Law enforcement tends to monitor them anyway by placing GPS bugs on them when they arrive in the country from China. But they are easily jammed. That's good, but I meant more like literally operated, haha. Like it's obvious you need some skill, because there are a bunch of shitty presses and very few perfect, or near perfect ones. That sounds pretty suspect too, placing bugs on things legal to buy. Did you know in some places like Philadelphia the abuse of these drugs are currently making people who actually need them have to jump through hoops just to relive their symptoms? Nothing against you personally, cause I know either way people are going to get the product. I was just curious. Who genuinely needs 2 milligrams Xanax bars? How did you ship it without getting caught? We rotated personnel regularly. I see. I didn't phrase my question clearly. I meant how did you ship this product and the inspectors not see it or catch it? Do you have any vices? Weed, booze, hookers, etc. Did you ever sell anything else? Like you found a one-off great deal. Anything you do different? Saving money, Opsec, etc. Do you have a job? If not, do you plan on one in the future? Have you ever had a bad feeling about a sale and not do it? Best wishes. Not really, nope. I'd hire better employees from the start. Yes, but can't reveal it. It happened sometimes. I refused a sale when it looked sketch. Thanks. This isn't so much of a question as much as a request. Could you list some of the most amusing conspiracies/stories that users have said about you? I've heard a few, but I think the thread would find it funny. I'm not really a Canadian and I operate remotely from Belize or a similar country, or I'm a Fed. That's my favorite one. What's with Darknet people and Belize? It's not like it's a non-extradition country. How much pussy do you get? I tend to stay away from gold diggers. My girlfriend, and some of her friends with her approval, is all I get, and all I need. Removed. Deleted. Alibaba.com connected me to my first China plug. It has a lot evolved. Much was learned by myself prior to transmitting it. Beautiful. I always knew the best way was to just tag along in the bigger markets, but I didn't realize it was this blatant. Thank you. What would be your best tips to not get caught when you are doing fraudulent activities in the darknet? Use Tails and keep it updated. Also, your offline Opsec is tenfold more important than your online Opsec. You are much more likely to be busted from leaving a fingerprint on a package than by improperly tumbling your coins. Cool. Is there any good ways of learning in-depth Tails? And my question will sound very absurd, but if you buy BTC with cash on a ATM, why is it very important to tumble the bitcoins? Why do you think people are drawn to Xanax as a high? I've heard it's the most ducked up you can get from a pill and it's dirt cheap. At least where I'm from. I've heard it's like getting really drunk without feeling shitty at all. You know I don't get it. I was prescribed Xanax for years, and there's far cheaper drugs that duck you up way more. What filler is used in the bars? Mostly cellulose. Upvote for the info. What's the weirdest sexual thing you have ever done? Having a long-term girlfriend and all. Surely you have done some weird shit. Also your joint rolling blows lol. That's a strange question mate. Answer it. Deleted. Involving organized crime and trusting wannabe gangster kids. Deleted. Deleted. Yes, I've donated to the NM Avengers in order to fund drug testing. How paranoid are you about they ever catching you? And how many years do you think you would be facing if you were caught? If I was arrested and convicted in Canada I could get 3 years. If extradited to the USA I could get 5 years. If convicted in the USA over the Kingpin Act I could get life. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.